sir.
All right.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Congratulations, Miss Pennsylvania.
Everybody warmed up?
Thanks for coming.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Okay. First of all, before we say hello to Phil,
I think so.
say
It might be
goodbye to
the
a
love
couple
shack if
people.
not.
First of all, thank you, Miss Pennsylvania, Miss America, the Philette featured dancers. The Phillettes are going to come down. They have an important job. They are going to part the seas, so give them some room here. Some top hats are going to come walking down here, so we need kind of an aisle.
I gave Mary the quote from Princess Bride, you know, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, yeah.
When under the giant says, he says, Fezzik.
Little elbows, and let them use it. So they're going to make a little trek line for us, if we could.
Girls, stay in the line. Don't just walk through them. Where they just walk through, please stay apart for the inner circle.
That's right. You, sir. You're in charge. Phil's in charge. Where's Marcy Glanda? Is Marcy down
Marcy.
here?
Did Marcy make it down?
Okay. Well, if she's not here, if you did anything this weekend, if you bought tickets, if you went to an event, if you went to groundhog.org, if you called Gobblers Up, there was one person that was the face of Groundhog Day, and her name's Marcy Glando. So give it up for Marcy Glando, please.
We would also like to give special thanks to our stage manager, Old Man Winter, Day Magic Mike, and the sound of Dan Wallace Audio. Okay, this year, because of the big Thundertrons, I'd like to give a big thank you to Dave and Mike and Zach. Really want to say thank you. We love you, baby. And behind the curtains, go ahead.
CVB Media for producing this, Magic Mike Gelati, Dan Wallace, and everybody who helped put this together. Thank you to the bands, Lights Out, Juvenile Characteristics. Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Can we get serious? Old Man Winter, send in the top hats.
Not the love shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, won't you please give a rousing welcome to...
morning. I'm Thomas Dunkel, president of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. Welcome to Punxsutawney. Welcome to Groundhog Day. Woo! Congratulations. You are part of the largest crowd ever at Gobbler's Knob. How many guests do we have here celebrating Groundhog Day for the very first time? Woo! Cross that off your bucket list. How many guests do we have that have been here 2 or more times? Woo! Welcome back. We love you coming. How many groups do we have celebrating a birthday? Happy birthday. Now I want to get this started off with a groundhog call from Rob McCoy, Downpour. He's going to say groundhog, and you're going to reply back, groundhog.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special report.
Good morning. So glad you're joining us here this Sunday morning. It is Groundhog Day 2025, and it is time for Punxsutawney Phil's anticipated prediction for the end of winter. Take a look at this. Thousands of people are gathering this morning at Gobbler's Knob. It has been a whole party atmosphere there since the early hours of this morning. Organizers told us that this week they're expecting 40,000 people there to watch Phil make his prediction. Last year, Phil pleased the crowd by not seeing his shadow and saying that it would be an early spring. Members of the Inner Circle have now taken the stage. They are those folks there in the top hats. Let's watch.
Well done. Thanks, Rob. I'd like to introduce Mr. Vice President Dan McGinley, Moonshine. Dan, will you please introduce the members of the Inner Circle?
Gladly. Happy Groundhog Day once again. Everybody in? I want to acknowledge some people standing on this stage before we get to the Inner Circle, some dignitaries here. First of all, the governor of Pennsylvania. Please say good morning to Governor Josh Shapiro. He keeps coming and we keep welcoming him. Thank you. Also, Secretary Rick Seiger. Deputy Secretary of Tourism Ann Ryan. Congressman G.T. Thompson, Senator Joe Pittman, Representative Brian Smith, and, of course, our Jefferson County Commissioners. Thank you. And now, for the gentleman tasked with hosting this holiday, I want to acknowledge the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club Inner Circle. Former President, Fairweatherman Jeff Lundy. Pat Osakowitz is Ozone. Pat Cassidy, Head Huntsman. Jay Lundy is Overcast. Jason Grusky, he's been here all morning. Say hello to the Big Chill. John Johnson, Chief Health Man. Robbie Gimmel is Storm Builder. Woo! Josh Farkas is Frostbite. He just regaled you. Please say hello to Rob McCoy. That's Downpour. Butch Philibert, Iceman. And this guy has been with you all morning, and I just want to say, no one loves Groundhog Day more than Dr. Dave Gelati, Thunder Conductor.
right, are we ready?
And now, tasked with our ceremony, our friend, your friend, his handler. This is August DeRoom, Rainmaker.
Woo!
And the only man who can speak Groundhogese, the current president of the Groundhog Club Inner Circle, that's Tom Dunkel, Shingle Shaker.
Woo! It's time. I want to talk about this cane. This cane is handed down from president to president and gives me the ability to understand Phil's in Groundhogese through winks, nods, chirps, purrs. I'll be able to understand Phil and know which scroll to choose. Now I'm going to talk about what's going to happen up here. I'm going to take this cane and will knock 3 times on the burrow door. He will then be lifted by his handler, A.J. DeRoom, and held high for all to see. He will then place Phil upon the stump, where Phil and I will have a little talk about whether he sees his shadow or not. If it's his shadow he sees, 6 more weeks of winter there will be. No shadow, an early spring. And it will be read by our Vice President, Dan McGinley. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Yes.
Daybreaker, please place the royal red carpet upon the stump. Moonshine, place the scrolls. Gentlemen, gather around. It's a tradition to get Phil fired up by chanting, Phil, 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 Phil.
Hey, buddy, there's a floor in there now. He's in there deep. He's not digging a hole. There you are. Good morning. All right, hold on. Let's get your front covered. I'm so covered in hay. We gotta have a photo.
It's Punxsutawney Phil! Woo! Nice job, Phil. Awesome. Phil's made a choice.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Now on this February 2nd, Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, the prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened from his wintry nap at dawn on Gobbler's Knob. Phil looked to the skies and then, speaking in Groundhogese, directed the president to the proper scroll, which reads, What a way to start a Sunday fun day. You always said you'd make it here one day. To this place, barely big enough to contain ya. To this sweet Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. We're all here with the elements combined, where Mother Nature meets Father Time. To hear the truth, are those gray skies? Only I know you can't trust AI. It's Groundhog Day, and maybe life is on a loop. But I miss my burrow, I miss my coop. So I'm headed back down. There's a shadow up here. Get ready for 6 more weeks of winter this year. Woo!
Woo!
And there it is. Phil did indeed see his shadow. That means we are in for another 6 weeks of some bitter cold winter. Be sure to join us tonight at 6. Our Bailey Wojcik is there, and we'll have more on the day's event for you. Thank you so much for joining us. We will now return you to our regularly scheduled programming.
This has been a WJAC special report. We now return you to our regularly scheduled programming.